Hello, young ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Joseph Butler, your geriatrician, and welcome to Healthcare Seniors, the place where we talk about aging with clarity, honesty, and respect. Today, I want to talk to you about something that rarely gets discussed but has an enormous impact on your balance, your posture, your daily comfort, and even your independence: your pelvic floor. And if you're over 60, what I am about to tell you may transform your life more than any other exercise you've ever done. I say this not only as a doctor, but as someone who has watched countless older adults regain strength, control, and confidence once they finally understand how this small, powerful area of the body works. The pelvic floor is a group of muscles and ligaments located at the base of your pelvis, forming a kind of living hammock that supports your bladder, your bowel, and, for women, the uterus as well. When this hammock is strong, you feel stable when you walk, you stand up with confidence, you control your urine more easily, and your posture stays aligned. But when it weakens, something that becomes very common with age, your whole body feels the impact. Your posture shifts, your lower back takes on more strain, your mobility becomes less efficient, and you begin to experience symptoms that people often dismiss as just aging, when in reality they are clear signs of pelvic floor dysfunction. One thing I want you to understand is that restoring the pelvic floor is not only possible, but highly effective, even later in life. Scientific studies published in major geriatric journals show that older adults, even those in their 80s, respond extremely well to pelvic floor strengthening. The Journal of the American Geriatric Society has shown that pelvic floor weakness significantly increases the risk of falls because these muscles are part of the deep core, the stabilizing system of the body. Researchers at the University of Michigan found that more than 55% of women over 60 have some degree of pelvic floor dysfunction, yet only a small fraction seek help, often due to embarrassment or the belief that nothing can be done. Meanwhile, studies published in the British Journal of Urology International show that properly guided pelvic floor exercises can reduce urinary leakage by up to 70% in just a few weeks. These findings reinforce something I tell my patients almost every day. What you're experiencing is not just aging. It is a muscle that needs attention. And muscles that are neglected can absolutely be retrained. As we grow older, it's normal for muscles to lose some strength, ligaments to lose elasticity, and nerves to transmit signals a little less efficiently. But when it comes to the pelvic floor, other factors play important roles. In women, menopause causes a significant drop in estrogen, a hormone that keeps muscle tissue firm and resilient. Without it, the pelvic floor is more vulnerable to weakening, which increases the risk of prolapse and urinary symptoms. In men, prostate changes, especially after surgery, directly affect pelvic floor function. Research shows that pelvic floor training dramatically reduces post-prostate surgery incontinence, which is extremely encouraging. Sedentary lifestyle, which is common in older adults, also plays a major role. Sitting for many hours reduces blood flow to the pelvic region. Chronic constipation, something many seniors deal with, leads to repeated straining, which overstretches and weakens the pelvic floor over time. And even something seemingly minor, like chronic coughing from allergies, bronchitis, or COPD, increases abdominal pressure and continuously pushes the pelvic floor downward. Your body begins giving you signs, but they appear softly, slowly. A small urinary leak when you laugh, cough, or sneeze. Feeling like you can't make it to the bathroom in time. Waking up 2 or 3 times during the night to urinate. Feeling like your bladder never fully empties. A heaviness or pressure in the lower pelvis. A persistent low back ache with no clear cause. A sense that your balance isn't the same, that it takes more effort to stay steady when you walk or get up from a chair. All of these are part of a picture that many people accept as normal, but none of them should be dismissed. These are signs from your body that your pelvic floor needs help, and the earlier you respond, the quicker you'll see improvement. Now, let me explain the most important part, because this is where many people go wrong. Strengthening the pelvic floor is simple, but only when done correctly. Most people, when trying to do pelvic floor exercises at home, end up tightening their glutes or their abdominal muscles, instead of activating the pelvic floor itself. The issue is that the muscle that actually needs strengthening is not being worked at all. Research published in Neurourology and Urodynamics revealed that over 40% of people perform pelvic floor exercises incorrectly without proper guidance. So, I always teach it this way. Imagine you are gently trying to stop the flow of urine, but without tightening your entire body. The movement is internal, subtle, almost invisible from the outside. That gentle lifting feeling is the foundation of pelvic floor strengthening. Breathing correctly helps even more. When you inhale, your diaphragm moves downward, and your pelvic floor naturally relaxes. When you exhale, the pelvic floor rises and activates gently. This relationship between breathing and pelvic muscle activation has been studied extensively by Australian researchers, and the results have been extremely positive. I usually guide my patients to start like this. Sit up straight, breathe normally, and as you exhale, gently contract the pelvic floor. Hold for 3 seconds, then fully relax. Repeat this 10 times. After 2 to 4 weeks, when your body has developed better awareness, increase the contraction to 5 seconds. Repeat this simple routine 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. Consistency is what produces real results. And here's something fascinating. A study from Stanford University found that training the pelvic floor in different positions, sitting, standing, and walking, significantly improves muscle activation in real-life situations. That means your body learns to automatically engage the pelvic floor before you cough, when you stand up, or when you climb stairs. If you're experiencing severe leakage, a strong pelvic heaviness, difficulty urinating, or persistent pain, it's important to get a professional evaluation. There may be prolapse or another condition that requires specific treatment. Pelvic floor physical therapists use techniques like biofeedback and guided strengthening, both of which are strongly supported by clinical research. But the truth is that most people, and when I say most, I truly mean the vast majority, can regain much of their pelvic floor function simply through regular, well-executed exercises. I want to share something I've learned over the years as a geriatrician. The aging body is far more capable of recovery than people think. There's a harmful belief that once you turn 60, 70, or 80, it's too late to start something new. But science, and decades of my own experience, show the opposite. The body responds incredibly well to the right stimulus, even at advanced ages. You do not grow old because you became weak. You become weak because you stopped stimulating your body. The pelvic floor is the perfect example. It doesn't require machines, it doesn't require hours of exercise, and it doesn't require athletic ability. It just requires consistency, awareness, and a few minutes of your day. And let me say this very clearly. Nothing we discuss today is embarrassing. More than half of all adults over 60 experience some degree of pelvic floor dysfunction, but many suffer in silence. You are not alone. This subject deserves to be discussed openly because it affects your dignity, your independence, your comfort, and your freedom to live without fear of accidents, without frustration, and without unnecessary limitations. If you decide to begin today, know that this may be the start of a profound change. A stronger pelvic floor means fewer urinary leaks, better stability when walking, less back pain, more energy, more confidence, and above all, more independence. And I truly believe you deserve all of that. Thank you for being here with me today. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, I would love for you to join our community. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share this message with someone who needs it. Your support helps this channel reach even more seniors who can benefit from this information. I'm Dr. Joseph Butler, and I'll see you in the next video. Take good care of yourself. You are worth it.
Join us on Healthcare Seniors.
Amen. Be part of our community and watch the next video.